You might not believe it, but I used to be an overweight teenager who struggled with all aspects of my fitness. I could barely run for 5 meters and I couldn't do more than 2 push-ups. I was never mindful of what I ate and how I exercised, and my body was a reflection of that. And as much as it was not healthy for me to stay that way, it also really affected my confidence. I was not happy with how unfit I looked, and this insecurity translated to other facets of my life. And I know if you're watching this, you're probably feeling the same way to an extent. And I'm here to tell you that it's 100% possible to get into shape, to lose fat, to build muscle, to start to feel better inside so you can show up and be a better version of yourself outside. And I'll show you how. But first off, if you're new to the channel, my name is Will. I'm a physiotherapist and a strength and conditioning coach. I help people improve their health and their fitness to become the most confident and the best versions of themselves. So fundamentally, you want to lose weight and pack on muscle. To start off with, you need to figure out where you are right now and where you want to get to. Are you generally active? Are you generally eating healthy? But typically, if you want to change from your current situation, if you want to lose fat and put on muscle, some aspect of your lifestyle, your diet, or your exercise has to change, because your body is not going to change unless you change what you're demanding of it, what you're putting into it, and how you're using it. And to begin with, your approach would differ depending on your current baseline. But for most people, if you want to start to lose fat, you want to get into caloric deficit. This means you're eating slightly less calories than what's required to maintain your current body weight. Because in most cases, in order for you to lose fat, you need to be burning more calories and energy than what you're consuming through your food. And the way to do that is you need to figure out how many calories is required to maintain your current body weight, or your maintenance calories. So a simple method is to search online for Total Daily Energy Expenditure Calculator, or TDEE. You find one, type in your stats, and you get a rough estimate of your maintenance calories. It will require you to describe your activity levels and body fat percentage. So do your best to estimate that and just get a starting point. And then you can refine after that. And to start getting into caloric deficit, begin by eating 5 to 10% fewer calories than your maintenance. So for me, my maintenance is around 2,900 calories. And if I was to cut right now, I would begin by eating around 2,750 calories per day. Now, in order to track how many calories I'm eating each day, I'm gonna need to use a smartphone app like MyFitnessPal or Chronometer. And what that will look like is I'll be either scanning the barcode of the food I'm eating, or I'm manually typing the weight and the type of food I'm eating for each meal, and then the app will calculate the calories and the macronutrients for that meal. And ideally, I want to be doing that for 90% of my meals throughout the week so I can accurately know how much I'm consuming. When it comes to eating, calories is important, but macronutrients are also super important. Macronutrients are your carbs, proteins, and your fats. When it comes to losing fat and building muscle, you need to make sure you're eating enough protein, because protein is the basic building block of muscle tissues. If you're not eating enough protein, you're not facilitating optimal muscle growth. That means you're not going to reap the benefits of your training, and you might even start to lose some muscle when you're in a caloric deficit. Proteins come in foods such as your meat, fish, eggs, tofu, beans, nuts, and seeds. And if you look at the current research, the optimal amount of protein to consume when you're in a caloric deficit to maintain or maximize muscle growth is around 2.2 to 2.5 grams per kilograms of body weight. Now, there may be exceptions where some people don't need to be in a caloric deficit straight away to lose fat and build muscle. For example, if you're new to fitness, you've never done any strength training, and you're not generally eating healthy, simply by adding strength training, eating enough protein, and cutting out the junk food, you might not need to be in a caloric deficit straight away, but you can start to see some body recomposition because you're training more and you're eating properly. And once you have your calories sorted, the next thing you gotta do to lose fat and build muscle is to strength train. And that means lifting weights. And that might be undergoing a training program at the gym or with some home equipment, or in some cases, doing body weight exercises can work too. My opinion is that going to the gym is the most effective because of the variety of exercise and resistance selection, but you gotta do what works for you. So if your goal is to pack on muscle in all parts of your body, you want to be training each body part twice a week. So for beginners, you might consider a 3-day split of whole body workouts, or a upper, lower, and a whole body split. The split selection is probably not the most important thing as long as you're getting adequate volume and intensity, and there's actually quite a bit that goes into muscle growth, and that can be a whole nother video. But I will say that one of the most important things for muscle growth is progressive overload. That means in order for your muscles to get bigger and achieve muscle hypertrophy, you need to get stronger over time by increasing the load that your body is experiencing. And that can come from increasing the weight that you're lifting, the reps, the total volume, reducing the rest time, or increasing the complexity of your exercise. And if you're looking for a beginner-friendly gym program that's consisting of 3 full body workouts a week, click in the link in the description to get your free download. Now, on top of lifting weights, people tend to ask me, what about cardio? Should I be walking more to lose weight? Should I be running a little bit more to lose weight? My answer to that is, if your goal is strictly fat loss and muscle gain, as long as you're in a slight caloric deficit and you're gradually lowering that over time, as long as your weight is coming down and you're getting the physique results you want, and as long as you're progressively overloading and lifting heavy at the gym, that's probably all you need to do. However, cardio is very important for your general health and for your cardiovascular health, so don't neglect that. Cardio can also help facilitate you getting into a caloric deficit by increasing your overall activities, increasing the overall calories you're burning throughout the day. When I went through a very intentional fat loss period a couple of years ago, I upped my cardio by adding in 20 to 30 minute walks 3 to 5 days a week. I also did about a 20-minute run once a week as well. So my suggestion for people wanting to lose fat and put on muscle is, are you able to do a little bit more walking each day? See if you can find that through incidental walking. So what I mean by that is, are you able to get off a bus stop a bit earlier? Are you able to take the bus instead of driving to work? Are you able to ride a bike instead of driving? Are you able to go on a walk on your lunch break rather than sitting on a computer? See if you can find ways to increase your overall step count during the day. That's going to compound into more calories burned during the day, as well as being beneficial for your general health. So yes, cardio can be helpful and very important, so don't neglect it. And the last thing you need is consistency and discipline. Fat loss and muscle growth will take time. It will require you to eat healthy and properly. It requires you to train with adequate intensity and execution. And it will take hard work, so you need to be clear on why you're doing it and whether it's worth it. And in my opinion, health is wealth, so getting healthier, exercising more is always worth it. You're gonna develop better work ethic and discipline, which is gonna help you tackle other challenges in life. You're gonna move better, look better, and feel better, and you literally reduce your chance of developing chronic disease and injuries and improve your overall quality of life. I've been a physiotherapist for 3 years and I've worked with hundreds of everyday folks, and I think around 80% of the time, people come and see me for problems and issues that could have been prevented had they learned to eat healthier and exercise better. So I'm here to spread the word. Work on your fitness, as it will change your life for the better, because it has for me. If you made it this far in the video, I'd like to thank you for watching. If you found any value at all, make sure you hit the like button and hit subscribe. It really helps to get the message out to people to start looking after the fitness and to become the best version of themselves. If you haven't already, watch my other video about how fitness changed my life by improving my confidence, and I'll link it up somewhere here. And don't forget, free download for my beginner-friendly gym program that I designed in the description below. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.